Good morning. Good day. I hope you can fund my project called Born in Stone. It is a project I've been working on, little did I know it, for the last 50 years. It started when I was a boy, about 3 or 4, when my mother sent me out during a picnic to find a rock with a face on it. At about the same time, I discovered my first cemetery on a late August day in the golden light and decided that this was a place that I should explore a lot more in my life, which I did. Now over 50, I've taken every chance I could to see old cemeteries and take photographs of the sculpture. I traveled around the world 3 times looking at sculpture in museums and at religious sites where they exist, only to arrive at the world's greatest sculpture, the Greek sculpture from about 500 BC during the Golden Age. And over all these years, my love of stone and my love of sculpture, I was able to marry the two together, hopefully reinventing the sculpture, placing it in sacred rock from a variety of locations that are recognized as mysterious and holy, reinventing the sculpture with emotional content and a kind of epicness that comes from the shape of the rock. Now, I've been photographing sculptures as my finances would allow over the last 5 years, specifically for this project. I've been in Turkey, where, in case you don't know, the Greeks existed for 3,000 years, building amphitheaters and stadiums and temples to Zeus and things like that. And there in Greece, I photographed at the Istanbul Archaeological Museum, the Izmir Archaeological Museum, at Aphrodisias, the ancient site to the goddess Aphrodite. And I've been photographing these sculptures also in the Athens Archaeological Museum, the Archaeological Museum of the island of Kos, where Hippocrates was. And I've been collecting also the Louvre in France, and just recently in the British Museum. So I hope to make a show of all the best sculpture that's inspired me and bring it together for a show at the Athens Archaeological Museum. Now the director there, Dr. Kakavas, and I had a long talk, and as he said to me, he's never seen anything like this, and I'm the first to do it. So I hope that you can fund this project so that I can print the images on a variety of surfaces. And one of the big things I want to try is making a set of these photographs on ceramic porcelain so that they are permanent. And everyone who funds this will eventually get a copy of a small book I will make with all the photographs there in the book. And your name will go down on a special card for assisting this project when it exhibits at the Athens Archaeological Museum next year. So with that said, I hope you can fund this. You know, it's where all of art began, in the ancient sculpture. Well, not where all art began, but a very significant part of the artistic heritage for Europeans, hence North Americans, the ancient Greek sculpture. So I hope you can fund this project, and may the muses be with you on all your creative endeavors. I want to tell you a little bit about myself. I was fascinated from the moment I saw a camera and pursued that my entire life. I studied drama for 4 years in high school. I made a lot of nature sculpture while I was young. I eventually worked for the esteemed doyen of photography, Bernie Sabat, for a few years, and eventually I made a movie about the Oscar-winning cinematographer Walter Lassily from the film Zorba the Greek. I've shown in New York City, Chicago, Montreal, Toronto, Mexico, Lithuania, India. I've won gold medals for my photographic series in Lithuania out of 33 countries, an environmental show called Meltdown. I won in New York City in the 80s a bronze medal for my environmental series, Meltdown. I won 2 best documentaries in both Greece and in the United States for 2 films I made, Mimetaliths, about rocks that have faces, and about the Oscar-winning cinematographer Walter Lasley. Photographed celebrities. I've acted in a few big movies as a special extra. I've always been multimedia. I have been published in a lot of newspapers and magazines, some prestigious ones, and I hope that you can support this project. It's deep, classical, and has everything that I like in life. Thank you.